Howdy everyone, Old School Game Collector here, and this morning I woke up to a new Nintendo Direct. I didn't really get a whole lot of time to look at it yesterday because I work pretty late on Thursday nights, but I was able to kind of sit down and analyze it and look at it this morning. And look, y'all know, if you've watched any of my YouTube videos, that I am a massive Nintendo fanboy. Ever since the age of 4, when I got my NES and played the crud out of Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers, I've been hooked to Nintendo through thick and thin, through Virtual Boy and the Wii U, which I still love. But you know, sometimes it's hard to be just completely objective with Nintendo if you've grown up a Nintendo fan, because they can announce Mario and we all do backflips because we're so excited it's a Mario game, and in all reality it may not even be that great, but we don't care because it's more of Mario. And it's the same with Zelda, and it's really the list goes on. The same as with Metroid, which is awesome, and we need it soon. Nintendo, are you listening? But I'm gonna be honest, I just don't think this Nintendo Direct was that great. It was fine, but when we're all talking about what happened in the last 30 seconds, and we don't even know if it's a port yet, which all indications are saying that the new Smash Brothers is not a port. So just really quick, I wanted to point out 3 observations that I had while watching the Nintendo Direct. The first observation is that the days of the 3DS are very much numbered. Look, I'm a huge 3DS fan. I've owned one since the very first day it came out. I loved it when everyone back then, if you remember, all the naysayers were saying that it was going to tank because it wasn't selling well at the very beginning, because people didn't really understand the concept of 3D and why that changed from the DS, and people were getting headaches. And I was like the early adopter of Pilot Wings and still really loved my system, and I love it now. I play my 3DS all the time. I'm playing Radiant Historia as we speak as my main game. But the truth is, if this Nintendo Direct is any indication, the days of the 3DS are definitely numbered. We got an announcement for WarioWare Gold, which looks great. A lot of people will probably buy it, but the truth is, it's just an extra coat of paint of games that we've already played before. Then Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers, I'm not really exactly sure what exactly that is. It did look kind of cool. I'll check it out when the demo comes out on May 10th, and then the full game comes out on May 24th. But I don't know if I'm really sold on it. There were some cool elements. I think there's like it's like tower defense kind of game if you're into that type of thing. They announced Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Already played it. We've all probably already played it if we are DS or 3DS people. They did announce that there will be kind of a different side of it where you can do the whole story through the eyes of Bowser Jr., but the truth is, we've all probably played that game before. It's just another port in a lot of ways, and it's not even coming out until 2019. I felt like that was kind of their way of saying, hey, you can buy the 3DS during this upcoming holiday season because we're still supporting it with a game that you've already played before. Yeah. We have Detective Pikachu, which comes out just in a couple weeks, which is March 23rd. I'll be honest, I'm much more excited about the amiibo than I am about the game. I don't really know much about the game. Even the trailers don't really, I feel like, teach us a whole lot about the game, but I dig the fact that there will be an over 5-inch Detective Pikachu amiibo. I've already pre-ordered it, so I haven't pre-ordered the game. Don't even know if I'll buy the game, but I have the amiibo because it looks dope, and I like that kind of stuff. All right, Luigi's Mansion 3DS port. A lot of you are probably really pumped, but the truth is, you probably already own it for the GameCube. So it's a great game. It's in a lot of ways like very underappreciated for the GameCube. It's fantastic, but we've already got it, you know. And I feel like that's a lot of what Nintendo did on this Nintendo Direct, but I'll leave that for later. But we have Luigi's Mansion, which is coming out, which is a remake of the Nintendo GameCube version. I guess they were kind of touting that the two main things is that the map will be on the bottom screen, woohoo, and that there's a boss rush mode. It comes out sometime in 2018. My guess is it'll be the fall or right around the holiday season, because there's just not much else coming out for the 3DS, and they've got to do something to give a push for the 3DS. All right, so the second thing that stands out to me about this Nintendo Direct is that there's just a lot of ports and a lot of games that if you're a gamer, you've probably already played. And unless you care a lot about handheld mode, you probably don't care about picking up some of these games. For instance, they announced Okami HD. That's one of my favorite games, probably ever. I love that game. If you've never played it and you don't own it for the remake that just came out for the PS4, then this may be for you. And having it in handheld mode, I guess, is a cool adage, but again, like, we've already played a lot of these games. If you haven't played it, great, go for it. It's an awesome game. Dark Souls Remastered, same deal. It's another port. A lot of us have already played it. And it comes out on May 25th if you're looking forward to that. But again, it's a game we've already played. Undertale, it's a game we've already played. It's a great game, but we've already played it. Little Nightmares, same exact thing. We've played that game. It comes out May 18th if you're excited about that. But I don't know, y'all. Like, this is kind of why a lot of Nintendo haters have so much ammunition, because there's just so many ports. And here's the deal. I'm okay with ports as long as there's a lot of first-party support and third-party support of current games as well, because ports just add to a library and give us more of a selection. So I really am okay with that. I just think we can't say that this was an incredibly successful Nintendo Direct when, I don't know, anywhere between like 65 and 75% of the announcements were games that we've already played, have already heard of, or are already on systems to date. This is true, again, of South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Kudos for Trey Stone and Matt Parker for coming up with that title and getting it on store shelves, because it was actually spelt butt as in B-U-T-T, but they were told they couldn't put it on store shelves, so they just got rid of one of the T's. So kudos to those guys for doing that. That comes out super soon. It's our April 24th. Again, most of you probably already own it. If you're a South Park fan and you own an Xbox One or you own a PS4, it's just another port. I will say this, out of all those ports, so I don't just sound like a giant naysayer, because again, you guys know I love my Switch. Like, I brag about it all the time. If you're on my Instagram, if you're on my YouTube, you know that I love it. I play it all the time. There's just a lot of ports. Now, the one port that I am incredibly excited about is Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I haven't bought it for my PS4, which is strange for me. The truth is, just because my backlog on my PS4 is so incredibly massive right now, that I'm trying not to buy new games for my PS4. I'm telling you, like, my stack of games is so big. I have just many games I need to get to, but because of that, I have not picked up the Crash Insane Trilogy, so I am super pumped that that's coming out, and I can't believe it made it to a Nintendo console. I mean, that's just so exciting, and that comes out on July 10th, which is right around my birthday. Happy birthday me. July 13th is my birthday. So all three of the original Crash Bandicoots games on the Nintendo Switch, that's a win for me. But again, a lot of these are just ports. So that's kind of my second point, that we're just getting more of the same. We're getting more ports. All right. So I know that I've been a little bit of a Debbie Downer, and I'm not going to apologize for it, because I sing the praises of the Switch and Nintendo all the time. And I think it's okay for us to just be honest and objective when we look at this Nintendo Direct that we got yesterday. But of course, we are all incredibly excited. And the third point is this: we are getting Super Smash Brothers. But even with that announcement, there was a ton of ambiguity. I mean, what do we really know about the trailer? We know that the Inklings are going to be in it. We obviously know that Link and Mario are going to be in it. We all could have guessed that anyways. But they didn't really tell us much. We know that it comes out in 2018. It's probably an easy assumption to make that it's going to come out around Christmas, because it'll sell a lot of systems. But we don't even know if this is a port. I know that I've been reading just some forums this morning that people have guessed that it's not a port because of what Link is wearing in the trailer, because he's wearing Breath of the Wild garb. But the truth is, we really just don't know. That's okay for a guy like me who hasn't played the Wii U version. I just bought it last week. I found it for $20 at Walmart.com, so I picked it up. But I did play the 3DS version a lot, so I pick it up anyways, even if it was a port. But I mean, I think we're all, like, fingers crossed, hoping that it's not, that it's a brand new game. And I think Nintendo is smart enough not to give us another port because they know that a lot of people are kind of complaining about all of these ports that are coming out. We need more first-party support. And the truth of the matter is this: we need more original games for 2018. If we don't get them for the Nintendo Switch, I feel like it's a giant failure for the beginning of year 2 for the Nintendo Switch. You can't break the record for the most consoles ever sold for a system in a year and then not have good software coming out of the gate for year 2. It just doesn't make much sense. So I'm hoping that they're kind of hiding some things from us and we'll get them around E3 or another Nintendo Direct soon in the late spring or early summer. We all know that they've already said that there is a new Metroid coming down the pipeline, that there is a Pokemon standalone title that is part of the main series. So something that is not like a Pokemon Stadium, but is just like a Pokemon Blue or Red. I'll stick to those because Blue, Red, and Yellow are still my favorites because I'm old. But I'm hoping that there's some more bigger announcements coming out soon. But the truth is, we all love Smash Brothers enough to know that this will probably sell a ton of consoles. I'm just hoping that it's not a port and that it is an actual new Smash Brothers game. So let me know what your thoughts are on the Nintendo Direct. Again, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm trying to be objective here because everything subjectively in me says the subject is Nintendo, so I'm excited. But when I'm objective and I kind of remove myself from that, I go, the Nintendo Direct was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of meh, you know? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I hope you all have a great week and happy gaming. I almost forgot. Wait 1 second. Also, Mario Tennis is coming out super soon. I didn't want to spend too much time on that because I already told you how excited I am about that game in a previous post, in a previous YouTube video. But yes, Mario Tennis is coming out. We got a ton of information on that. Don't really understand much of the information. You can break rackets and do power shots like other games. But I'm still excited because there's a story mode, which is supposed to be kind of reminiscent of the GBA version. So I'm excited about that. And there's a bajillion updates coming to Splatoon 2. I forgot about those things. So anyways, for real now, happy gaming.